This video is for the TED Talks called Our Century's Greatest Injustice by Cheryl Wooden and Hans Rowling, The Amazing Washing Machine. And it talks about how women don't have equality in many countries today, and that they are very prejudiced against, and they don't have equal rights as men. And so one of the Millennium Development Goals is to achieve equality for genders, and I think that's a really good goal. Cheryl Wooden talks about, gave some examples of some women and that couldn't get on their feet because they were so ridiculed and stuff, and but she gave some examples that were really inspiring because they rose above the prejudice. And there was one specific woman who had she got married at a young age, and she got pregnant right away, and then she got something called an obstructed fistula, which allows you not to have kids anymore and she smelled quite terribly, and so she was outcast from society. And so the obstructed fistula caused her to have some nervous system damages, and so she crawled to another village that was 30 miles away. And so she got out of her situation and now working as a nurse, and she saves lots of lives. And so I think that women are a very special thing that we have in this world, and they need to be cherished and not taken advantage of like human trafficking does, unfortunately. So women are a very important aspect in our world because they bring new lives into the world, and they help enhance men and make them so they can become better people, and they have more of a drive than men in some cases, and a lot of them do great things. And I thought it was really sad that in Niger 1 in 7 women die from childbirth, or rural and female. So I think that healthcare needs to improve in some of the countries in order to improve the maternal health and in order to achieve gender equality, and that people need to evolve and learn to respect women and make sure that they are doing all that they can to help the women. And Hans Rosling talked about how his grandmother was the first one in their generation. They didn't have a washing machine, and so his mother got a washing machine, and his grandmother was so fascinated by this washing machine, and she watched the cycle all the way through, which is amazing because the cycle is like an hour, and so she's dedicated time to do that. And I think that she was really grateful that she had electricity for a while. And he went into detail about how only 2 billion people in the world have washing machines, whereas the 5 billion do not. And so we need to donate our money maybe to causes and help people to improve their lifestyles and live on more than $2 a day. and get some people out of poverty. A lot of the solutions that Hans Rowling and Cheryl Wooden talked about were improving education, because education is key to getting people out of poverty so they can earn and get jobs for themselves and families. So we need to achieve universal primary education, which is Millennium Development Goal number 2. So that needs to be achieved before we achieve gender equality. So both men and women have the same opportunities to pick whatever career they want. And they need to be put in school early in their childhood. A lot of African children aren't put in school until they're about 10 years old, and so they need more of an education and they drop out really fast. And another thing that education will provide is an economic opportunity in order for the GDP to grow and the people to allow themselves to get back up on their feet and maybe get into the 2 million people that, or 2 billion people that have washing machines. So women are very, very to, and they need to be respected, and I believe that we can achieve gender equality if we just help donate and spread the cause. And yeah, that's it.